It's Madden.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback. Here's Eckler to begin the drive.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
11 yards there and a Lion first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Lions had 3 and 8 on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have the home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. It's Eckler again, trying to run inside, but nothing there. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. You got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another 1st there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Charles will get a feast of famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only Charles in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right, they want to run their offense through him. That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll go with a keeper, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. Scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. That touchdown certainly a welcome sight. Remember, they were shut out last week. They talked to us about getting early momentum. Well, here you go in the opening quarter.
Got to rebuild confidence because when you get shut out, I don't care how strong you are mentally, you've got to take a step back and say, okay, what just happened here? Because nothing that we were doing worked well enough to get into the end zone. And that's a nice confidence-building drive. One that puts it in the end zone to give them an opportunity.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
That looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We already talked about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take.
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Tyson. Returning right back to Lockett. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll run with Robinson, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr., his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. 5 plays there on that drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The Lions on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw here. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Now on first down, he'll drop and throw it. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Back to Renfrow again, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, get me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 33.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll go down at the 28. A pick up of 5 that time and a first down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
On the double.
They go play action here on first down. Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones. And they work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now first and goal.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's in. And it's a fumble return for a Browns TD. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it, pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team, because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now, as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're going to look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On the ball. On the ball. 6, 7.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man, that's Renfro. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And just a yard to go here on second down.
Looking to throw. Tyson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go.
On first down, Tyson.
Finding Edwards-Helaire once again.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire.
He needed it. Exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
On first and 10, Tyson. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. To throw on second down, Tyson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Operating from the gun, Tyson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, Charles, after the first quarter was just complete disaster for them, everything has flipped. I mean, it's 180 degrees in the other direction now here in quarter 2.
Championship effort right there. How about them marching almost the length of the field, coming through on their final opportunity to get the win? This is one that this team will remember forever, as well as their fans.
The extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go. Here we go. Hustle. Hustle. Hey.
They'll throw now on the final play.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Back to throw. Tyson. He's got a man. Complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Isaiah Hodgins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
On the ready.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. He's got it. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
It's their quarterback with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Tyson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kyle Duggar. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. To throw on 3rd down. Tyson. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Holding. Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it.
Penalty is declined.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Taken right around the 44. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Quickly a slant to Renfro. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd and 5. Jones has it. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 4th down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter.
Set, ready.
It's a quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got fooled because the defense was checking out the eyes in the back, thinking he was getting the ball. Should have been looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
A little bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration is settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Officially, it's a 1 yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. This offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Tyson. And that one complete to Hodgins. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Come on.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Tyson. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
York able to send this one through,
And that will extend their lead even further.
so that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And Detroit getting set to go now. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll look to throw here on first down. For Marshall, that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown!
Terrace Marshall,
42 yards.
and the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it's Terrace Marshall who's able to cap things off with a touchdown.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Browns set to take over.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Tyson. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyler Lockett, 59 yards.
And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now this offense gets set for the next series. We're going to peek at Terrace Marshall, who leads him onto the field.
Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're going to look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
That's into the hands of Eckler. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a complete.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Robinson up the middle, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Tyson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and the lead will hold at 10. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. He's got a man, complete, touchdown, Detroit. Terrace Marshall, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And they will take a knee here. Second and 11.
Hey, unlock line.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. Sensational.
Here we go.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses.